This is my individual project on GitHub. It analyzes the total number of births in the United States for each year from 1994 to 2003. It was generated from mini project 2 because they have some similar files like the Docker file. But in this project, we need a file including all the basic functions. So that's why I created the lib file. And this file includes all the functions to load data and calculate the mean, median, standard deviation, and then plot two data visualizations. One is the bar plot and the other one is the line plot. And then for the main file, it imports all the functions in the lib file to generate the summary, statistics, and the data figures. And at last, it will save all the results to a MD file called the result.md. And it also has a describe function which will return basic information of the dataset. After finishing these two files, we need test files to test whether these files can work or not. And then in the tested lib file, I use the shape of the dataset to guarantee the dataset was loaded successfully, and use the describe function of the pandas data frame to prove the mean, median, and standard deviation we calculated are correct. And the other two functions are used to test the plot functions in the lib file. And in the test min file, is in the same logic. I will write some test functions for each function in the min.py. It will test if the dataset has the right shape and the stats.df has the right structure, and the other two files will test if the min.py will generate two data figures and if it can save the results into the result.md file. After finishing the Python script, I write a similar Jupyter file. In this file, firstly, it will import all the functions in the lib file and then load data, calculate the statistics values, and plot two data results. And this file also has the test. For these two cells, it will test if the dataset has been loaded successfully, and also if the mean, standard deviation, median are calculated correct. And because these two cells didn't show any errors, so it means that this file can pass the test. And after finishing all the code, when in the make file, it has some make commands like the install, format, test, lint, and the generate and push. When I upload the code onto the GitHub, it has 4 workflows, and the format, install, lint, and test. When it runs the test workflow, it will also generate the result.md by this CSCD file. After completing all these workflow actions, I will have 4 badges, and I list them in the readme file.